Alright, quick update for Solana. So, we're going to be looking at this on the lower time frames because the crypto markets are landsliding at this moment in time. In the past 4 hours, really in the past 3 hours, Solana has been landsliding to the downside. If we zoom out to the daily so you can see why this breakdown of this orange line is so important, you can see this is your 786 Fibonacci. This is your last line in the sand that really does need to hold if you want Solana to be bullish. Bear in mind, I'm a huge Solana bull. If this is your first time finding my channel, I'm not a Solana hater, I'm not flooding Solana. I hold a bunch of Solana. My profile pic on YouTube is a Solana NFT. However, I'm looking at the data objectively and it's just not looking good right now. There is still a chance that we can hold this level. Like, if you haven't checked out, I'm going to be making, I've already made, but I'm going to be publishing a Bitcoin video today, talking about everything that we need to see coming into the stock market opening of today and also holding this level. If Bitcoin decides that it wants to move down to 29,000, it could mean that Solana is going to get slaughtered. And in a bull run, Solana was heavily outperforming Bitcoin, but now we're moving into this kind of recession, bearish environment. We're actually seeing Solana against Bitcoin is starting to look a little bit bearish for the first time. And if this is probably your first time hearing me say that, because even when Solana broke bearish, I was telling you, Solana still looks very bullish against Bitcoin, but now Solana priced against Bitcoin is going down. It seems that when Bitcoin is in these very bearish phases, Bitcoin outperforms Solana, and it seems like when we're in a very bullish environment and we've got a bull market type setting, then Solana heavily outperforms Bitcoin. And we're seeing right now Solana's breaking below its lows on the BTC pair. Solana against the USD is coming back down to your triple bottom, and at this point, we made jokes about this being a quadruple bottom. It just doesn't sound good, does it? You can see, let me show you why this is so important. Previously we had all-time high, correction, one bottom, double bottom, triple bottom, bull run. What did we see this time? Well, we had an all-time high up here, huge correction, we came down, one bottom, two bottoms, three bottoms, explosion, and now we've come back down and we're filling it again. So really not what you want to see. If I extrapolate some of these touch points on this triple bottom, you could see $63 seems to be a big area of support on Solana. I personally don't see it holding, and what I mean by that is $72 needs to hold, and if we landslide below $70, then unfortunately it'd look like we'd be coming back to Solana's all-time high at $55. And I really do not want to see that. If Solana is back at $55, it would have clearly invalidated its entire bull run that it just recently did. And I really don't think it's a good idea for Solana to be retesting its previous all-time highs. That could be very diabolical. Obviously, we're seeing unforeseen things happening in the markets right now, and I really do recommend you check out my Bitcoin video. I think I'm going to title it something like This Week in Bitcoin, or What to Look Out For This Week in Bitcoin. There's a lot of things going on, but the number one important thing is going to be the stock market opening coming in today. You've got tech stocks like Facebook, blue chip stocks, Tesla, Coinbase, all of these, Google, they're all falling, they're all breaking below huge levels of support. The stock market isn't open yet, it won't be open for another couple of hours, but pre-market the dollar is open. And what is the dollar doing? The dollar's showing extreme strength. In fact, a couple of hours ago we made a new all-time high on the dollar. Maybe not a new all-time high, but I simply mean all-time high in terms of what we've done in the past couple of years on this market structure. I don't think we've... Oh yeah, we have. So we've been above this level before, but this was pretty much when I was a baby slash born, coming around these regions around here. So I mean, I've personally never really lived through a region where the US dollar has been this strong. I mean, I lived through it, but I was way too young to even know what the dollar is, why does it matter, what does this chart mean. I was very young back in that point that we just looked at. So the dollar's the strongest it's ever been basically in my whole life. The dollar looks very strong. The stock market absolutely collapsing at this moment in time. And like I said, Solana is a great cryptocurrency. I love it. It's my favorite altcoin. But do I believe that Solana is going to be a market outlier? And if Tesla now drops another 8% or so, because bear in mind, before the stock market closed, We came down 7.5% for Tesla. We even came down almost 9%, but closed in a 7% loss. And volume is coming in for these stocks. Bear in mind, I'm looking at a chart that is inactive right now. It's not moving. I'm fully aware of that. But the opening of the crypto markets is, or the stock market rather, is going to be coming in a couple of hours. There is some very, very bearish charts looking at the stock market, and correlating that to what's going on Solana right now, I really do not see a world where the stock market's going to keep dumping. This is obviously going to make Bitcoin keep dumping, and Solana's going to still hold its ground. So Solana's not looking too good right now. I have not sold any Solana. This is really a video to let you know that I wouldn't be DCAing at this moment in time, because we could potentially come down to $55. It seems like we hit my previous price target when we were predicting a 12% drop down from this triple bottom structure. We basically tanked below this trend line that somewhat supported this triple bottom structure. You can see we bottomed once here, we had a bottom here before wicking below, and the third bottom was in this vicinity. So as we broke below it, we were predicting a 12% move. We are moving down very strongly into this. We've got tons of selling volume supporting the downtrend, so it is very unfortunate. But it looks like Solana wants to go to lower price targets. I'm personally not predicting $55. This would be a 23% drop, because my money is really where my mouth is. Am I trading Solana right now? No, I'm not. Am I preparing for the worst in Bitcoin? And when I say preparing for the worst, I almost mean hoping for the worst, because I have buy orders now set down at 29,000, and 29,000 needs to hold for Bitcoin. If 29,000 breaks, there is no volume traded until 19,000. Can you imagine a 19,000 Bitcoin? What would that do to Solana? I mean, I don't want to seem like a fudder or a bear, but if Bitcoin was at 19,000, then I'd imagine Solana would be at like $20 to $30. And that is a huge, huge drop, which obviously I don't want to see. I hold a ton of Solana. It's my biggest altcoin holding. When you clicked on my video, you saw my profile pic. That's a Solana NFT, the Bounty Hunter Space Guild. If you click on my profile on YouTube, you can see top or bottom left of the corner, you can see those two trash pandas. Those are Solana NFTs. I'm a big Solana bull. I'm looking at the chart objectively, and it's not looking good. The trend is not in our favor, and the trend is your friend until the end. Looking at your momentum indicators, because until we flip these, we're clearly bearish. 4 hourly time frame, we're miles away from it. This is super worrying. Looking at the 4 hour, how we're breaking below $72. This increase in volume is making me think we're going to move down to lower price targets like 55. Like I said, I'm personally not predicting 55. I'd feel very comfortable calling that we'd at least move down to $63, but I'm not that interested in what's going on in a lot of these altcoins right now. I'm really interested in picking up Bitcoin at these lower price targets. I think if we are about to enter a bear market, then DCAing your favorite altcoins could be a terrible idea. This is coming from someone who holds Solana. I don't think it's a good idea to DCA Solana when we're about to decide, are we about to enter a bull run or are we about to enter a bear run? Because if we're about to enter a bull run, you know, I can buy Solana in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then it will go on a bull run for a couple of months or so at least. If we're about to enter a bear market that's going to take place over a year and a half a year, Solana could get destroyed against Bitcoin. And like I said, Sol BTC is already showing signs of extreme weakness. So I love Solana, but I have to look at these charts objectively. The Sol BTC chart is telling me Bitcoin is king. Pick up Bitcoin, do not buy Solana. Sol USD is saying do not put your money reserves in any altcoins right now. It is telling me keep your money on the sidelines for Bitcoin. So I have to go with what my gut feeling's saying. I have to go with what the charts are telling me. I do think Solana is going to be a great long-term project, but right now Bitcoin is heavily outperforming. Bitcoin is king at this moment in time. We are breaking down. Bitcoin is breaking down. Bitcoin is plummeting as of the time of recording. This really not looking good. I'm going to wrap up this video here because I need to make some other updates. All I've got for you today. Best of luck, Solana family. As always, cowboy out, not financial advice, and most importantly, peace.